Today, our team is going to perform skit based on the internal control discussions, where we have the different thoughts, and we are going to present the scenario.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining at such a short notice. Here we are to discuss the issues faced by our client, Express Limited. So basically, there is inconsistency in internal controls, and thus there is a disagreement on how we can proceed. So I would like Achilles to give us a brief.
As a senior advisor of the company, we have found several expenses that were approved without supporting documentation. We should look into this, and this clearly violates the company's internal control policy, and we should consider it as a material weakness and amend the same in our report.
My Lord Akhilesh, I have already spoken to the CFO of the company. They have now shifted to a new system, and the companies have already been registered. If now we take this any further, it will strain the client's relationship.
To me, we should consider some frequency of discrepancy also, and does it occur in that particular transaction period as you mentioned, but we can note it as a significant discrepancy, but I still recommend it is a strong internal control.
That's a good point. I agree with Aman, but we have to assess the risk of the company. As a risk analyst, I always worried about the red flags of fraud. So, do we have to consider the company's vulnerability?
I have checked. I agree with the point of Akhilesh, and I have checked the audit trails of the company and reviewed them. But I also believe that the company has good audit trail, and we should follow up the audit for 6 months and recommend the client user review.
But I would suggest that the internal control is very strong.
Same as Aman, but let's focus on risk but not the claims.
I continue with my previous point that we should follow up the audit for 6 months and recommend user review.
And a follow-up audit. So let us ensure that our report includes the reasoning. Okay, and great job, guys. This decision does not mean stress content. So this is what the actual effective event looks like. I hope you are happy.
Interest payments. There was assumptions and interpretation gaps. Teams assumed that the transaction was fine based on standard workflow without truly verifying the outcome. But where have we seen $900 million of interest payments? $7.8 million was still fine. When they saw that there was $900 million of interest payment, there was to be alert. The superiors must have been alerted. There should have been some flags raised, which was not.
I want to highlight something simple but often overlooked in critical environment like banking, and that is the importance of active listening. In the Citibank case, nearly 900 million was wired by mistake because no one asked the clarifying questions. Active listening means not just hearing instructions but confirming them.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Good One, and today we are here to perform a role play about client negotiation. This scene is based at the Chartered Accountant's office, and the name of the firm is Working Thriftily and Fastly Associates, WTF Associates, and our client's office name is Edinburgh Limited, and they are Chinese clients. So let's begin. I'll also be the assistant of the said clients. So let's start. How much longer? Just 10 more minutes. They're just on the way. That's my
Motion. I am
He's Hato Kaka and he's Hato Kaka. Just clarification.
We are saying that we want to actually acquire Adani Power Limited, a company based in India, and they are interested in that. So we want the consulting charges, fees, and your valuations for that company if we want to acquire it. So can you present? So the valuation fee and whatever you are saying, that is probably most appropriate, and we have also done some research on our end which we would like to present if you would like a one-line comment on that which we have done. Yeah, no, USD, Chinese. USD. So firstly, we would like to know your valuation methods for charging the fee. But firstly, we would also like to see what is our budget for the consulting charges. We would like to But wait. Snake.
What is this?
Here's your snack.
I expected better. Where is the snake?
Deal cancel.
Snake. Okay, let's forget it. Let's forget it. We have the deal for the valuation. Let's just shake hands and finalize the deal.
I don't take hands.
अब इसको इंग्लिश आया है.
I am Shirish, this is Bhagyashri, Shruti, and we have Smriti, Krishna, Raghav, and Yash. So today we will be talking about bridging communication gap. For that, what comes to our mind is how do we bridge communication, because there has to be something missing in it, which is what miscommunication is. Now Shruti will come and explain you what the thing
We
is.
are to perform a skit on the topic A Day in the Life of a Chartered Accountant, where effective communication turns a potential crisis into a success story. So let's start with 4 lines on the topic. Profit की गड़बड़ सबसे आई भारी. प्रॉफिट की गड़बड़ सबसे आई भारी. बोर्ड मीटिंग नजदीक थी, चिंता सब पे भारी. क्लाइंट था गुस्से से लाल. एक तरफ क्लाइंट था गुस्से से लाल. क्या हुआ फिर? चलिए देखते हैं ये हाल.
And your report is showing 8.5 crore?
What? How could this happen?
I don't know, figure it out.
Just let me see. Will you please let us report for some time and I'm coming. Right.
Morning. Good morning, ma'am. It is a pleasure from our side, and I really appreciate your patience. And I request you to please have patience for some more time. We're just figuring out the issue, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. Please,
What
ma'am.
is this, Neha? What is going on? We need an explanation.
So, ma'am, we'll be back in 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes.
What is the issue, Neha?
Actually, what the problem is कि हम लोग ने जो 1.5 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू बताया है, तो 2.5 करोड़ का जो है वो ये 11 करोड़ और हमारे यहाँ पे 8.5 करोड़. तो ये better है. The task was given to somebody else and he delegated the work to somebody else. तो उसके लिए miscommunication हो गया and 2.5 crore का blunder हो गया.
It's a very big mistake.
Yes, sir. And we are waiting, so we need to figure out something very jaldi.
Let me handle this.
Very jaldi.
Sorry for being late. I'm here. Just give me a chance for the clarification and I'll explain everything. So,
How
ma'am,
could you do this? How could you do this?
it was a very slight miscommunication. I know the amount is huge, but just give me a chance to clarify. So what happened was, we had delegated a task, and what happened was in the group, we had said to check the invoice, the very last invoice at the ending date of the year. So what happened was, our team member mistakenly missed to address one of the
It's
invoices.
not acceptable.
What happened was, as there were many people in the same room, so what happened, they got confused that task is given to which one. As the miscommunication was not proper, we have not said the name, we just said that invoice needs to be checked and please get it done. So everyone got confused whether it is to be done by me or him. So now I have clarified everything, the internal auditor's report and our reports are the same, we could just have a look at it once.
We are really sorry, ma'am. It won't happen again. We won't really stop.
समझाया, सच को समझाया, विश्वास जीत लिया, जहां दिखी हार बस वही डील जीत लिया. थैंक यू गाइस.